This is Loan Officer Blueprints. I'm Azubuike with Edge Home Finance, and on this portion of the channel, we talk about how you as a loan officer can take your career to the next level. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for content of how you can do that. I'm going to just open up with the first step of the blueprint. The first step of the blueprint is literally becoming a mortgage broker. And I believe that we have the best team here at Edge Home Finance for you to join. And so we're going to talk a little bit about one of the reasons why, and who better than to talk about one of the reasons why than my own brother, Jay Azubuike. He's with me today. So I'm going to bring him in. Jay, what's up, my bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? Good. How are you doing?
Doing
Thanks
good,
for having me on.
Doing good. Yes, sir. So those of you who can't already tell, yes, Jay is my brother. He's been with Edge since November of last year?
Yeah, December of 2020.
December of 2020. So, All right, Jay, you're on. One question for you. What's one reason why you joined Edge? There's many of them, but we just want to highlight one. What's one reason why you joined Edge?
Okay. Number one reason for me by far was just the ability to be my own boss. I came from corporate America, and there was one key reason why I wanted to switch over to mortgage. I've been thinking about mortgage for a while, but there's nothing wrong with corporate America. I don't want to badmouth or bash corporate America, but for me specifically, with my family situation, I needed to not have a boss anymore. My wife and I, we have young triplets. They're all 4 years old, 2 boys and a girl. We love them so much, but life is crazy. And we've been tag teaming the schedule for the last, 4 years. We've never done daycare. And so, I watch them, she watches them. And so I needed that flexibility in my schedule because sometimes, now they're in preschool, but sometimes before I had to watch them till like noon while my wife was working her part-time job. And then once she got home, I could, start working. So really tough to do that in like a normal 9 to 5, corporate America type schedule.
Yeah.
Your manager is not going to like that. And so I was getting a lot of flack for that, having a lot of meetings. I won't go into all that, but it just wasn't really working out for me anymore. I needed something where I was basically running my own business. And so that was the number one reason, be my own boss, not really having the time constraints or the rules around when I want to work and when I need to not be working. And then, just as far as just being an entrepreneur and being a go-getter, I don't want anybody micromanaging me anymore. I think I've got to the point, mindset wise, where I know what I have to do to be successful. And I don't need someone else to tell me or to watch me or to tell me, hey, you need to do more of this or less of that. I know all that. And I think a lot of you guys out there watching, you're the same kind of people. You don't really need someone to hold your hand. And that's kind of how mortgage loan officers are. And so, my favorite thing about this job right now is literally since day one, since I started, I talked to the president of the company on day one. And since then, no one's ever called me. And I think that's the greatest thing ever. No one has ever called me since day one. No one. I'm seriously my own boss. Like, I don't have a manager.
Yeah.
No one's tracking, how well I'm doing or whatever. If I have a month that's not as good as the last month, no one's on me about it. And I, for some of you that might be kind of hard or kind of scary, you kind of want that support system. I didn't. And so I'm really glad to not have that micromanaging aspect of it. No one's going to micromanage you here. No one's going to hold your hand. I'll say this, loan officers know how to go find mentorship if they need it, right? So if you need someone to help you, you need some support, accountability, you can go out and find that, right? Other loan officers in the firm will help you. Everyone is super friendly, super gracious with their time and their knowledge and expertise. And so if you need that, you can go find it, but no one's going to force you to be micromanaged. No one's going to be your manager. And so I kind of like that dynamic. And that was the main reason I switched, was those 2 reasons.
Yeah, I love it, man. You hit it all, man. That's perfect. Just to wrap up on that, part of the whole loan officer blueprints that we have here, once you come on board, there's access to more video training from top loan officers in our company, specific practices that you can do to implement to grow your business. But just like Jay said, I mean, our company is, I wouldn't say it's perfect for everyone, every loan officer out there, but for the loan officers that are ready to really take the next step, don't need micromanaging anymore, don't need a branch manager to be looking over their heads, can really be self-motivated, can really, there's a freedom to that. There's 100% a freedom to that, where it's like, I'm going to do business my way and the way, the rate that I want to do it. And a lot of times you find that you end up growing, doing more because you kind of implement the things that you want to implement. You're not having to meet another kind of, a criteria or quota. But yeah, it's just free and open. So,
and once you start making money doing your own thing, your own way, without someone telling you how to do it or someone micromanaging you, and you start seeing those efforts work, it's kind of like your mind opens up and your eyes open up and the sky's the limit, because you're like, wow, I can actually go out and take my chunk of revenue from the mortgage market myself.
Yes.
And it's just, it's very liberating. It's kind of hard to explain until you do it. But once you kind of get the shackles off of corporate America, 9 to 5, base salary, micromanaging, all these widgets you have to try to hit. Once you kind of get out of that, and you're just kind of on your own, free swimming out in the ocean with the sharks, it's very exhilarating, gets your adrenaline running. And once you start making money that way, you'll never go back.
Love it. I love it. Appreciate it, Jay. You've been great, man. That's a great tip, and appreciate the video testimonial. Again, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to tune in for more content. And until next time, we're signing off. Thanks again, Jay.
You're welcome, sir.